Hi, my name is Jameson Goey. I'm the visual effects supervisor on Hellraiser Deader. I'm going to give you a bit of background on a few shots that we did for some of the more climactic sequences in the film. The first sequence is where Kari's character Amy discovers one of the many horrifying properties of the puzzle box. Our practical box that you see here was created by the amazingly talented Gary Tunnicliffe, who also does Pinhead's makeup. Once the box solves itself, we have some CG, meaning computer-generated shots, with chains flying out of the box and latching onto Amy's face. Once they're latched on, we have practical chains attached to her head, and then we have her head slamming down onto the box. For the sake of Kari's safety, we obviously could not have her actually slam her head down onto the sharp corner of the puzzle box, so here you can see the plate we shot with her head slamming down onto a pad we placed onto the table. Then we shot a plate with just a puzzle box, combined the two, and added CG chains to create the final shot. These are the chains created for her POV shot of the box. Here is the wireframe animation, and then the textured wireframes with reflections added into the hooks at the tip. We created a CG box lid that shatters as the chains fly out, and once again you'll see the wireframe, and then the lid textured with a panel from the box. Then you'll see it rendered with real motion blur as it would look if it were filmed with a real camera. Finally, you'll see the element played at its real speed, and then the final shot.
Allow me to finish what he started.
I think it'd be putting it lightly to say that chains are a recurring element in the Hellraiser series. In this scene, we took our chains from previous Hellraiser movies and scaled them up to gut-wrenching proportions. Our director Rick Boda did a great job in coordinating the timing of the action, getting the actors to react to an imaginary object, which is very often a challenge in visual effects, getting an actor to convincingly play off of something that is not really there. Once the chains fly through, we added individual wounds to the abdomens of each of the actors. We even added some blood splooge flying out of the exit wounds, but the shots play so fast that it's hard to catch all of the things going on. My personal favorite shot in the movie is this shot of Joey after he gets skewered.
For fuck's sake.
We put a piece of green fabric onto his jacket and built up a bloody edge around it. I modeled a channel through the inside of the torso, and then matched the motion of the animation to the actor's movement. I also shot some fake blood in front of a green screen, which I think really sells it. And here we have the final composite.
For fuck's sake.
In this sequence, we have Amy throwing the puzzle box towards camera, and then we track with the box as it flies through the air. Once it lands, we added a lot of CG electricity around the box as it changes and eventually brings Pinhead into the scene. Here's the background plate we used for the tracking shot. The original filmed plate was sped up, looped, and motion blur was added to make it look like the box was traveling a good distance. We took our box model that was actually created for Hellseeker and animated it spinning on an arched trajectory. Then took our textured wireframe and matched the lighting in the scene according to this plate of a real box attached to the camera for lighting and color reference. Probably one of the most gruesome scenes I've ever seen is this one where Winter gets snared by chains flying out of the wall. Most of the chains are practical ones attached to Winter with makeup effects. However, we wanted some shots of chains actually flying in and hooking into Winter's flesh, which required computer animation. You'll see shots of chains snagging his face, hand, and leg. And finally, once he's nicely strung up, Pinhead delivers his last rites to Winter.
When you attempted to live beyond death, you entered into my domain. You should be very careful what you wish for.
Then the chains pull taut, and we rip his body into pieces.
It just might come true.
There were a lot of elements that went into the pull-apart shot. I shot bloody latex innards getting stretched and snapping in front of a green screen to simulate viscera being torn as he's yanked. And then some bloody white rags to simulate torn cloth from Winter's wardrobe. Then we yanked apart some bags of blood that were composited together to build up the viscera that flops to the ground. We filmed a clean plate of the set, and then added some blood splatter to it for the aftermath. We also added some warp effects you can see here in the still frame. And here are all of our bloody viscera elements composited together, along with some CG body parts, CG chains, and our blood splatter on the walls.
When you attempted to live beyond death, you entered into my domain.
So there's a little slice of some of the visual effects work that went into Hellraiser Deader. I always enjoy working on the films in the Hellraiser series since I get to have a lot of fun with the blood and the gore. Keep an eye out for our next one, Hellraiser Hellworld. We did some even more gnarly stuff in that one. I hope you enjoyed seeing this little peek into the computers behind the scenes.
You open the box, and your soul belongs to me.
Can't hurt me.
You're not the first to say that.
I'm going to a real-life secret hell world.
Welcome, Hellraisers. Invitations. But if you need anything, just scream.
Welcome to hell.
Coming soon to own on DVD.
Are you okay?
Do you hear that? What's going on up there?
Ever since the other night, things are happening. Things I can't explain.
Ellie, what's wrong?
Just having a really bad day.
Can I help?
Last night, a young woman was attacked and killed.
Hey, buddy, you okay?
What was that?
My dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
Something's wrong.
The only way you can break the curse is to kill the person who started it all. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I needed to talk to you.